Hey guys, so honestly, I ran out of ideas to think about. Well, I guess this isn't like running out of an idea. I still like thinking back to the last self improvement Saturday. This is still a specific idea that I want to communicate, and I don't know if I have enough to really. I guess I'm again doing another stream of consciousness type of thing here. Um, Today I was like walking back home and I realized that it was the pre-release to The Hobbit, and I've been actually thinking about Mystery Booster Commander Edition a lot. I mean, yeah, because it's kind of like the more remarkable thing, the more wow, that's different, the more unique thing. Like, wow, what does it mean for commanders, and will they play well? And there's a lot of controversy over the fact that although they are interesting and new and seem fun, we will not, like the rest of the world, will not be able to get them as easily as people who can afford to go to conventions and such. And the fact that it was like spoiled over the weekend, and then that conversation has been going on literally last week, like just before the weekend, I think Friday or Thursday, right? I guess in my time. The Hobbit was just spoiled, like the whole set, and I today I realized again, I think I mentioned it just a while ago, that the pre-release is happening, and I think I wasn't planning to like go to the pre-release because personally I think I'd rather just choose to go to the universes within pre-releases. Although I do appreciate the cards in the Hobbit and the card design that went into the Hobbit. Um, I guess that's just a personal choice that I would rather go to save my money for universes within pre-releases. And the 2027 announcement, which again happened like I think 2 weeks ago, with Noctis, Titan Breach, and Zephyr. Like I'm saving up my money for those three, and yeah, in I guess personally in my country and with my salary, that's already a big expense. So I really do have to save my money. The fact that I play Magic the Gathering is not a good hobby for me. Um, but the fact, I mean, I keep using the fact. The 2027 Universes Within announcement, the Star Trek spoilers, the Mystery Booster Commander Edition spoilers, and the Hobbit spoilers pre-release got me feeling overwhelmed with the amount of content that is coming out. I guess it's a good thing as a person who's trying to make like YouTube videos, because I guess I'm never really gonna run out of things to talk about. Oof, but fuck, sorry, I said a bad word. Two sets over the weekend. Yeah, we got The Hobbit and Mr. Booster Commander Edition, and I think it's August, right? I think next month, or I think then in October, next month, I guess, we'll have Reality Fracture, which is like a new version of no, I keep going back to plane shift. Chaos Warp. No, Chaos. Planar Chaos. That's what it was. So it's like, I mean, The Hobbit was good, simple, and beginner friendly, I'd say. Mystery Booster Commander Edition is for Commander players who wanted something more spicy, and I guess Reality Fracture is the next time they're gonna shake up the game, right? I'd say The Hobbit. It's interesting to me how they strategize this, because The Hobbit, yeah, definitely as a Universes Beyond product, catered more towards beginners. Although the mechanics are kind of interesting in a way, they're simple enough that I think a lot of beginners would be able to grasp it immediately. Recruit, you get it. You you loot. Sorry, I mean you draw, discard, and you make a token. Right? Story, easy to get. Easy to get. Um, Amask, a bit more interesting, but I think if you play it, you'll just get it. And then the other two get Landfall and Ferocious, which are like the easiest mechanics to to catch. They are deciduous. Excuse me, deciduous. So yeah, the Hobbit meant for beginners, meant for sealed probably. They even have again the two-player. Sorry, not two-player, four-player, pick two draft night. That's what they call it, draft night. I think that's really interesting. That's really cool. Meanwhile, for more enfranchised players who again are and probably play more Commander, um, I guess like me, we got Mystery Booster Commander Edition spoilers. So if you're a beginner, you have a beginner entry with The Hobbit, especially if you don't play Magic the Gathering and you're just, I guess, a nerd who knows The Hobbit, who's watched the trilogy, you can get into Magic easy with this. If you're already an enfranchised player, you can talk about Mystery Booster Commander Edition, and both of you, well, I guess it's more for enfranchised players, but yeah, so and beginners can also have Star Trek. If you're a Star Trek nerd, cool, that's great. Um, you have Star Trek coming up. If you're an enfranchised nerd, you got Reality Fracture coming up. So you always have something to look forward to. I think it's interesting because I think the strategy is different, right? Or is it the same? The fact, the fact, keep saying the fact. With Universes Beyond, it's kind of like, okay, we grab the attention of this fandom, The Hobbit, Star Trek, Marvel comics, which may or may not overlap, and you bring them into Magic the Gathering, and yeah, and it's cool. Like you get familiar with the framework of how Magic the Gathering as a card game works, and then you could be familiarized. You could familiarize yourself with the universes within stuff. But for those enfranchised players, of course, you kind of have to balance the ease, the simplicity of mechanics for beginner players. So I think more enfranchised players would not find the Hobbit cards interesting. Of course, one or two, maybe even 10 of them are of note. I'd say a small subset are of note from the Hobbit, but majority of it will not affect a lot of formats. I think that's what that that is what I think. I may be wrong in the future. Anyway, yeah, and I guess if they just fix the problem of availability with Booster Commander Edition, I think we would have no problems really. Um, and I think, well, I guess I just wanted to talk about this stream of conscious because I realized or that they're kind of doing a two-prong approach with target market, right? With Universes Beyond and Universes Within. Of course, I think Universes Beyond makes ton more money. Um, but I think in a business sense, of course, you still want to keep your enfranchised players. Uh, they're just locked in. They're just what's the word? They've got the fallacy. What's the fallacy? Sunk cost. They've got sunk cost, and you just gotta keep them happy enough to have something to keep talking about and to keep looking forward to. I'd say I don't know. I guess they did that with Noctis, the 2027 Universe Within announcement. So yeah, I think their PR, their marketing is working perfectly. You're and we and franchise players were upset with Mr. Booster Commander Edition, but we've got Reality Fracture upcoming within the year, and we've got three very cool sets, especially to enfranchise players. We got Noctis, the underwater set that people have been asking for years. We've got Titan Breach, which combines fan favorite Kamigawa with a kaiju idea. Um, Ikoria is a bit more of a niche fan favorite. Like some fans love it deeply, but maybe a lot don't. But coming back with the kaiju theme for Kamigawa is definitely a great decision. And we got Zalfir. Zalfir is probably the most nostalgia bait way back in the Mirage set, coming back as a plane itself, combining it with, and I guess I noticed this. I don't know how much they're gonna lean into it, but they mentioned the five sons of Mirrodin are now in Zalfir, and it's changed the world building a bit. I don't know if they're gonna nostalgia bait Mirrodin itself, but maybe they'll just integrate into the larger culture that is Zalfir. Um, yeah, so I guess I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on what I've noticed with their announcements, their scheduling, their product placement, their PR and marketing. Um, I don't know. I think it's fascinating that they've positioned themselves well enough to entice new players and keep enfranchised players interested just enough to, I guess, keep interacting with the game. I guess, I mean, they got me. I'm making YouTube videos. Man, I hope I can afford more next year. Anyway, that's all of my thoughts on this. I think, I don't know. I wanna refine stuff like this, my thoughts on this, but for now, I guess this will suffice. Thank you for listening if you've been listening this long, and goodbye.